Hey guys, what's up? Today we're glancing at the new Vance Joy album, Nation of Two, his second studio album. Vance is one of the biggest indie pop folk artists in the world. After his last album, Dream Your Life Away, he did some massive numbers across the globe, including the insanely popular hit, the instant classic Riptide. And it's been almost 4 years since Dream Your Life Away has actually been released. And when an artist takes a break like that, like a 3-4 year break, unless they're saying that they're not doing anything with music, which I haven't really seen him say, I kind of expect people to come back and kind of have something different up their sleeve, not really just go by the same formula that they already know works. If they were going to do that, I feel like they'd come out with an album the next year or 2 years later, not 4. And yet, Vance Joy does that. It seems kind of bizarre to me to take a 4-year break between albums, then come back with an album that sounds identical to your previous one. Now, making a good album doesn't mean it has to be different. Like, I do enjoy this album, actually. I think it's a very pleasant sounding album, but I wouldn't say it's really anything amazing just because it's stuck to this formulaic state. To gloss over it before I really get in depth, the album has a lot of good songs, but nothing that's really truly great. This kind of backs the showing that he's using this formula too, because there's so many good songs that all kind of sound alike on here. It's like the only way he was doing that, he was the way that he found that works. He's been applying it to almost everything, but you can't just apply it to everything and have every single song be some smash hit. So it doesn't end up really working that properly when you apply it to everything. But getting into the actual songs, Saturday Sun is my favorite off the album so far. It was the final single released, and it's just a lot. It still follows the formula. It did that same build as a lot of the other ones. It just kind of sounds a lot more fun and happy, I guess. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the songs, they mesh too well together, and kind of expected with what I've said so far. But this one has enough to really stand out and make it a bit different, and it's just kind of one of the better made in general songs that is built around this. Then I'm With You is a kind of a stripped back, more calmer song. Doesn't really follow the formula too much, which is kind of nice to hear that kind of break up there. But it's pretty much just a guitar and then some vocals, and it's kind of odd. It kind of reminds me of Three Doors Down without the rock. Then going back to the more upbeat songs, like Gold, the second single, I believe, that song also kind of stood out to me a little bit more. The melody's definitely a lot different, and it's a lot more catchier, and it still follows that same way, but it's not to the point. It's just not as directly, and so it kind of stands out a little bit more. While it's not as well made as like Saturday Sun, which does follow this kind of guideline so much more closely, it's just a little break off from it, which is kind of cool. Then off the actual album, One of These Days is actually such a fun and just happy song, still following this formula, but it's addictive just how grand it is, and it's kind of just sweeps you up and brings you in, and you can't help but just get with it. And it's got this twangy guitar, which kind of makes there some diversity, even though it's not much. It's still something to kind of make the song stand out more than a lot of the others. And then on top of that, even there's this kind of marching romp that kind of builds you up for the melodies and all this, and it's a great time to listen to the song. Really, I mean, honestly, that's really almost everything. I mean, I was kind of considering even if I should make this video, because I knew it'd be kind of short, but I was like, this is one of the biggest releases of the week. It's something I've been looking forward to for a long time, but so I was like, I gotta make this video. But there's really not much to talk about. The album as a whole kind of meshes together a little too well, since that's kind of the downers, but there's not really anything bad about any of the songs. It's also finely tuned and polished, that it all sounds good. It just, nothing really sounds great. But I guess the big downer on this that's gonna affect my score is, well, he didn't really improve his craft. It's it sounds like a deluxe of Dream Your Life Away, and that really doesn't sit well with me. I feel like he could have actually done something more, and it's just too repetitive, and it doesn't have a mega hit, or not even just a mega hit, but something that could be a mega hit, like Riptide. Dream Your Life Away, back when that was released, if I was rating albums, I probably would have given it an 8 or a 9, but because of the reasons I've just mentioned, I'm going to give this a 6. So let me know what you think about the album and my review, and what you'd see me like to dig into next.